In this video, we're going to talk about some editing you can do with audio clips, and as you can see, I've got a couple clips up here already on the screen, and these two tracks are muted so we can concentrate on this one drum clip right here. To start with, I just want to show how to resize the clip. Right now it's a 2-bar clip. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. So let's say I wanted to shorten that and make it a 1-bar clip. And if I position the mouse on the right edge of the clip, you'll see that it'll turn into 2 arrows. And if I click and drag that, you can see that I can resize. And you can see that the movements are snapping to the grid, and that's because snapped grid is set to grid up here. So now I've got a 1-bar loop. And you can also resize clips from the front edge as well. If I grab this over here, in this case we're at the very beginning of the clip. So if you look at this corner right here, you can see how it's curved right there. So what it's doing is it's just making copies of it, because there's no audio to the left of the beginning point. So I'm going to put this back here, and perhaps a better way to demonstrate that is if I open this up going this way, again you can see that little dip right there, and that's because Mixcraft is just making a copy. Once you've set the clip to the length you want, you can also make copies of the region by holding down the Alt key and then clicking and dragging. Just be careful, because Mixcraft will allow you to copy clips on top of themselves, and if you do that, sometimes it's hard to notice, but you'll notice the volume will get a lot louder. To adjust clip tempo, timing, and pitch, make sure the clip is selected by clicking on it, and you'll see the little white outlines, and then press the Sound tab. These parameters over here adjust the tempo and the pitch. And I'm going to loop the playback of this clip to make editing a little easier by dragging up here, and then pressing the loop button. Over here we have the tempo controls, and we have 2 selections over here. We have Use Project Tempo, and this means that audio clips automatically conform to the project master tempo over here. So if I've got this set to Use Project Tempo, this means that the clip will conform to the project tempo over here. And you can see it's 98 here and 98 here. One nifty thing you can do over here is halve or double the speed of clips. This is more easy to demonstrate than to explain, so let me hit play. And if I press this, now we're playing at half speed. And if I hit it again, it plays at double speed. I can also use time stretch mode, and time stretch mode doesn't conform to the project tempo. So this may or may not be useful for drum loops, but for different kinds of sounds it can be useful. And here you can adjust the rate by percentage. So I can adjust this to say 150%. And you can see the clip gets longer, and now it's 1.5 times longer than it was. And at extreme settings, you can get some pretty crazy effects with this. If you want to precisely set the start and end points of a loop, you can do this in the edit window over here by using the loop start and end points. Right now we're starting on this big kick drum. If I adjust the loop start point, you can see the clip changes up above, and now I'm starting on the snare. And if you look closely up here, our clip has gotten really short because it's only this region right here, and you can see these little indentations right here indicating that the clip is just copied. Also be mindful of the snap setting here too. Right now it's set to snap to grid, so when I move the loop points, you can see it's jumping to these grid points, but you could theoretically set it to something really fine, like 64th notes, and have really fine adjustment, or you could turn off snap altogether and zoom in really close, and go right to transients. Over here are the pitch settings, and I'll use a chord sequence to demonstrate this. Right now we've got this set to Use Project Key, and that means that the clip will conform to the key of the project, which is set right here. If I change the key of the project, it'll actually change key as well. And over here you can see the original key of the clip. If you want to change the key of the clip, click the transpose button over here, and here you can adjust the key of the clip in semitones. This is really handy if you want to transpose a clip as the song progresses. I'm going to make this a little shorter, and then I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm going to take it up 5 semitones. So when I play from the beginning, this is all in the regular key, and then it transposes. And you can create really cool musical progressions this way by just copying different transposed versions of clips.